Oh, shit. We're
We're
here, Cliff.
live.
We're
Fuck.
live. Look at that reflection.
It's awesome.
Golly. All
You
right.
like
Ooh.
that shit, don't you?
Yeah, no, I actually fucking hate it. I don't like it.
It's
But,
awesome.
you do you. Shades inside.
Yeah.
What's up? All right. Well, we're back. I can hear myself outside of these headphones, not in the headphones. As you can see, we had major upgrades here in Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida. We are in the game room, although I've totally forgot my desk was set up this way because I haven't been in here because I haven't needed to come in here. But we got fast as Xfinity 10G internet. All right. We're getting however many hundreds of megabits per second, almost 1,000. We're rocking and rolling. We got new Turtle Beach headsets. Shout out Jake. And we got Rory an hour late. So what has changed? A lot? Nothing at all. So here we fucking go. Here we are. We're in Boston Red Sox hat. Don't know where the hell that came from. But we're feeling good. And we're ready to make money this week. And Zach originally was not going to be able to make it. And I was a little bummed because there's a lot to break down actually, intellectually. Man, I probably sounded so dumb when I said that. There's a lot of stuff to break down. A lot of charter stuff, points racing, this, that, and the other. Odds. We got stacked field in the Xfinity Series. Hard Rock, get off your ass and drop some props, please. All I have is outright, but at least we have odds. So it is 8:02 Eastern Time. 8:02 p.m. on the Eastern Seaboard, and we are ready to rock and roll. So, Zach, we've been twiddling our thumbs here for about an hour. We could have recorded our own podcast, called it Layin Coin Part 2, waiting on Roy's bitch ass. So I already know how your night's going, but how
I
you doing,
had to
buddy?
feed the kids. I had to
Here we
make
go with the
sure the
excuses.
kids got
Yeah, I'll be
something to
ready at
eat.
7. I'll be ready at 7:30.
I already told you I was gonna let you know, and then I was like, "Ain't no way 7." But 7:15 was looking good until I get a phone call, and like just by the grace of God, which it really wouldn't have mattered because by the time I would have walked there to go get Clarkson and drove the fucking truck home. All right, so his Papa, this motherfucker tells him,
Can't make it up.
"Hey, I got a reservation tonight. We going to eat. You just drive it on back." And Clarkson's 14.
Oh, boy.
And he drives it. He rides the mower home, and I'm like, so Whitney's like calling me. She's already like, she's done ran my daughter to be there at 5:30 for picks. And then they didn't realize that I take the batting bag off the back of the truck. I don't want the damn thing sitting out in the sun all the fucking time. Like, you know, fading the fuck out of this nice, pretty purple batting bag that's like $200 fucking dollars. Like, I'm just saying. So, and my daughter acted like I didn't tell her, and I did. I was like, I'm taking that out because it's no, I don't know if it's supposed to rain or whatever. So that put me behind about 45 minutes because I had to. First, I went and got a beer because I was like, well, all right, I'm gonna need a beer for this.
Fuck, I need a
So
beer, too.
so
Keep talking.
I went and grabbed me a beer. Then I come on back, had to drop the trailer off, truck and trailer off at their house, and then me and him had to walk because Whitney's vehicle is fucking broke, and we only have one vehicle right now. So it's not too bad though. It's only like a mile walk if you cut through some neighbors' yards and just like straight shot it.
Nice
Yep,
one.
that's a good fucking day right there. And I still cooked everything. Got everything ready.
What'd you make for them bastards?
I made chicken shrimp Alfredo with
Ooh.
broccoli and some of that Asiago bread sliced up and buttered with the Kerrygold garlic and butter. Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, I failed to mention I'm also on vacation. I'm on holiday starting right now.
Huh. And we have broccoli with it too. If I didn't say broccoli,
Back
but
to my
it's
original question.
it's gonna be banging here.
Oh, it is going to be banging. Zach, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good.
Yeah.
Won some money last week on qualifying. I didn't really bet any of the races. Didn't even really watch them that much. So ready for this week though.
What a dumb qualifying matchup they gave us last week. It was up for what, 19 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, came right back
Smashed
down.
it.
Say, oops, sorry,
Yeah.
didn't mean
Sorry.
to. Oops. Well, yeah. So I was gonna punish Rory by starting right when he got on. Instead, we had to hear the story of why he was late, or you all did, instead of just me and Zach. So, Roar's
Yeah, I
welcome to
was
the program.
surprised. I was really proud of him, because I would have just been like, "Fucking hey, cool."
Oh, you
I'm
should
gonna
have heard
drive.
us.
I'm gonna drive Papa's truck around.
Oh,
I'm only 14, but
God
I got
damn
the
it.
trailer and the mower. Hell, I might be able to pick up another job or two, or something through the neighborhood.
I'm just gonna start drinking, make it through this podcast, maybe.
Yeah, that was me though. I'm glad he's not that wild.
All right,
That
you
is
got it
me.
all out of your system.
I'm fucking ready to rock.
All right.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
can't wait to see these fucking Goodyear tires that are supposed to fall off so much. This ought to be fucking. See, I don't know. It's either not gonna happen or it's gonna happen so bad. Watch it be a shit show like Bristol. That'd be some funny ass shit on a road course, wouldn't
Yeah, with that, I mean, I don't think that would work out. I don't
I'm
think
sure
that would
they're
work
not
out.
going to be right. Like, okay, so if Goodyear says 3 seconds, I'm sure it's more likely to be 1 second or like 8 seconds than it is to be three. It doesn't seem like they're ever right. So
it? Yeah.
Well,
I'm just
when it
waiting for
came out,
practice.
yeah, when it
That's
came
all I'm
out,
saying. Like, I don't see it. If it works out how they said it is, then I'm gonna be like, kudos to you. But usually, like Zach said, that's why I said it's either gonna be like really, really bad, or it's gonna not be anything hardly at all.
the thing, it's gonna be closer to the 1 second because the first report rumors came out and it was 4 seconds, and then it was 3 seconds, and then the official statement said 2 seconds, and yeah, okay, well, we'll see. I don't think it's not gonna be Bristol, but could you imagine if we actually had these next gen sliding around on old ass slick tires? Whoa, that'd be naughty. Like them not being on total edge like Larson was last week, where he just barely tried to overcorrect and went straight head into the wall. Dale Senior esque. Sorry, don't hate me. That's the first thing I thought of was just doop, straight in the wall. Eric Jones, Kyle Busch, Dale Senior. Except only one of them died. R.I.P. I also thought today. We'll get back to the tires in a second. I also thought today, man, what a shitty year 2001 was. Right?
It was that's what I was thinking too earlier today.
Golly,
Absolutely.
dude.
I was thinking about. I was like, damn, Earnhardt died at the beginning of the year.
Yeah,
Like,
dude. Them
shit.
fucking
I thought it
terrorists,
was going to
damn
keep going.
Taliban. I thought he was
Yeah.
going to keep going too.
We're not going to talk about this.
Oh shit! No, I think the tires now. Let's jump into it. So I was scrolling Twitter. I saw some dumbasses tweeting some dumb shit, just like I do. I can't hate them for it, but I highly doubt that if you flip the stage and you get tires 1.5, 2.5 laps before the rest of the field, that's going to make that big of a difference for a guy on fresh tires, 2-lap fresher tires, 3-lap fresher tires, driving from 16th in the next gen car at a road course. I just don't see. Some idiot was saying,
Well, you
I don't know.
remember?
I don't know. Hold
You
on. I don't know.
remember?
I don't know if that guy's an idiot or not, but that was the first thought I had in my head was that's dead wrong. There's no way that they're going to be able to drive through the field with that little a difference of tires. No
Well,
way.
you remember Red Dog at Charlotte last year? Easily had the best car, and he couldn't get back up through there in time to win the race on fresh. I mean, he was getting there, but it kind of slowed down after he, I don't know, 5-6 laps in. It seemed like. I mean, he gained a lot of spots back, but then it just seemed slower and slower and slower getting to that lead. So
I am
I'm
finishing up my Red Dog notes. I do have a bet on Red Dog. It is not a to win bet, but it is a plus money bet on Tyler Red Dog Reddick. And I like him this week. I think he's going to show out. So I mean, let's get into some other NASCAR topics before we dive into Watkins Glen. Because if we just dive into Watkins Glen, then no one's going to listen to us talk shit to each other and me tell you to shut the fuck up. So we have quite the standoff going on in the NASCAR industry, and I don't know that we've seen anything like it before, but the communistic, and I will say that, the narcissistic, communistic entity, private entity that is NASCAR is swinging their big brother bat all over the place and saying, if you don't sign this by Friday night, you're fucked. I don't know what the repercussions were, but here's the deadline. Well, two teams didn't think that the teams got a fair shot to negotiate with NASCAR, and they didn't sign it. So Front Row didn't sign it, and 2311 didn't sign it. I assume this is, if you read between the lines, both of these teams have talked about getting a third charter. Did FRM confirm third charter? I know they were talking about it.
They didn't. Yeah, they didn't. Not confirmed.
Yeah,
Same as like
so
2311.
yeah, both teams are reading between the lines. They both want a third charter. There's something to do with third charter. They're going to spend however many tens of millions on a charter. And obviously they think that NASCAR is still giving them the bone, right? Not giving them a bone, but boning them. And I find it quite interesting. I don't know that I've ever seen it in my NASCAR fandom. I wasn't heavily involved with NASCAR in 2016. I was a casual fan. I was definitely not scrolling Twitter for 2 hours a day, keeping up on news and gambling on it. But I do not remember anything of this caliber coming about in NASCAR. So, Zach, we briefly talked about it before we started because we had a fucking hour to kill. But I know you have some thoughts on this whole charter negotiation deal.
Yeah, I just think like I've kind of been saying it all year. Like you have guys from stick and ball sports who are coming in and they're going to come at NASCAR. They want more money and they think they have a little more power. I think it's interesting that it's Denny's team and Front Row that are trying to go against NASCAR. I think it's going to be hard. I don't think it's going to work in the end for them. I'm interested to see how it goes. I like that someone's standing up. You know, I do like it because if you read some of the stuff, like they're saying, like if you criticize NASCAR, they'll take your charter away. That's bullshit. Like you can't criticize this. You know, like that's it. The only thing, like I think, and again, I have no inside sources, just me thinking, both those teams are supposed to buy charters, right? Maybe they're buying a charter for 30 million and the new NASCAR deal is only going to value that charter at 20 million. Maybe the paperwork they signed or worked out the deal is, hey, once we sign the charter, then we buy your charter at this amount. Maybe they don't want to buy those charters anymore, so maybe they don't want to sign something that will trigger it. Again, like it's
What about a team? What about teams like Trackhouse and Spire who just recently bought charters for probably God knows how much? 30, 40 million. Why do you think they didn't, or why do you think they signed it? If that was your theory, I'm just playing devil's advocate here.
I think because they just fall in line. Like they're happy to be there.
They don't have a swinging stick.
Yeah. I don't know where Front Row is coming from. Like that's the weird part to me. Like why did Front?
Yeah, that one threw me off. I was like, damn.
What's his name? Tom Jenkins? Maybe he just wants to sling his dick around. Who knows?
Yeah, it's just I knew this was coming with Danny's crew with Michael Jordan.
Once I heard all of them signed except them two, and it was like, oh God, you're like, it's not a. I mean, NASCAR, they can just take them away, right? If
they're a private entity, they can do whatever the fuck they want.
I mean, I heard something interesting this week that they own 4 charters. NASCAR does the last 4, the field 40 cars.
Is that true?
And
I read that.
And it's for Honda. Yeah. I know. I'm pretty sure it's for Honda, but they just said a new manufacturer coming in, and they're gonna fucking be the owners of the teams, right?
No, dude.
Isn't that how I was?
There is no fucking way that happens. If that dude, there's no way the teams are going to fall for that. No way.
Yeah.
But I did read that. I thought it was like clickbait. I thought I was reading some Onion article or something.
All right.
Babylon B.
Let me throw this one on you.
All right.
All right. So, if for some reason the teams want to rebuttal that and get pissed off, NASCAR has built a car that anybody with like bolting experience and shit can put this car together.
Mm-hmm.
And all you need is the engineering and the setup from the manufacturer
Mm-hmm.
using their fucking simulator.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like they got them by the balls all the way around, because they're kind of the way they stand, and you got these other owners signing, and these are the only two holding out. Like, it's they kind of get it that like this shit could end at any time, and they really do think they can replace us, and they will do that.
I mean, the problem, I think, I always thought it was a bad idea when NASCAR went private. However, it has been done successfully in the business world. You're publicly failing. You go private. You do things the way you want to do them. You don't have to respond to anybody. You hire the right people. You get it going back in the right direction. And then, you either go public again or you take all the profits. And NASCAR has unequivocally gotten it going back in the right direction. We're not there. We got a long way to go. But ratings are up. The questionable decisions with the next gen car and the racing product that it puts out. A little bit of questionable decisions on the type of fan they're trying to market to, which we'll leave that there. But it just seems like they've got the opportunity to take NASCAR to another level, to the next level, the level that it was in the late 90s, early 2000s, right before the recession. And then you get a bolt-on car. And then it comes out that, they're not going to give the teams as much money as the teams think they need. And, you got Sheldon Creed saying, I'm not making $1 this year. And you got, we're going to own 4 charters. If that's true, that's fucking wild. Like, I would have never seen that coming. That's nuts if that's true. But I read the same thing. And it's just a lot of these things in the equation just don't add up in my mind to long-term success. Like, I know that, yes, this TV deal has got to give the teams more money. It already is going to. It has to. There's no way that they can field a car for $30 million a year that's, forever. There's just no way. There's not enough big companies. Now, if NASCAR was bringing in $6, $7, $8 million viewers a race like the NFL does, 8 million a game average, 6 million a game average, fuck yeah, you'd have every single large corporation on the planet coming in to throw millions of dollars. But we're just not there. We're a fourth of that. And that's where I think NASCAR is oblivious. And you've heard Denny say it, and I think Kyle Busch has said it. The France family and the execs and the whoever else makes money at NASCAR are just, their pockets are this big. I mean, their wallets are just protruding out of their pockets. And that's a problem. That doesn't sit well with people. If you're just going to hoard the money, that's not going to sit well with people, especially. And then kudos to Michael Jordan. He's coming in here, and Curtis, whatever his name is, that's
Polk.
Jordan's, Curtis Polk, that's Jordan's right-hand businessman. Kudos to you guys, dude, coming in here and shaking the shit up.
This did, like, there was threats of this, and I tried to Google, like, I remember it. It was Cale Yarborough and Bruton Smith teamed up together, and they were going to form their own series. It never got off the ground, but I think, like, that was, like, it happened, it started, and then they just, I think NASCAR probably gave in to what the drivers wanted at that time, and it never happened. I think it
Wow.
was going to be called like the Stars Series. Like, the biggest problem is that NASCAR owns half the tracks.
That's what I was getting ready to say.
Yeah.
Like,
They know what
So
they're
what are you
doing,
gonna do?
dude.
What are you gonna do? Like,
yeah,
we're gonna have
Yep.
8 races at Atlanta.
I would
Yeah.
put it past them, dude.
Golly.
I would
Dang.
not put it past them. But
Dang.
that's right. I mean, and obviously SMI and NASCAR are in bed together, so that How many independent tracks are there?
None.
Wow. So it's either SMI or NASCAR. Those are the only two options we have.
Maybe Pocono still is.
They're selling the fuck out.
But other than that, because I know Dover was bought by SMI, I'm pretty sure it's just Pocono, and they're probably there's probably like a handshake deal that when they want to sell, that goes to NASCAR.
Damn, dude. Well, I don't know what to tell you other than there's a lot of good in NASCAR and there's a lot of fucked up shit.
I love what Denny's doing, and I hope he wins, but I'm pretty sure he's not going to.
Dude, it's like standing up to the establishment. When has that ever worked? Good luck. A few times in the history of the world has the underdog legitimately won against an establishment. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Roars, you got anything else to add on the charter debacle?
Nah.
Shout out Bob Jenkins,
who
though,
you
for
think?
Sure.
So who do we think's going to these third charters? Kyle Busch?
Zach?
To the Toyota one?
I've always heard it's Riley Herbst for that one, which is ridiculous.
Riley.
And then front row, I heard was Zane
Money
Smith.
dog. Back to Ford, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
But the more surprising thing with charters is the Priest thing. How Priest is gonna? He's the rumor with Priest is the RFK is getting Kroger sponsorship, and they're gonna have a third charter that they're either gonna buy or lease from Rick Ware. So, how's Ryan Priest end up? He's the fourth guy. The last guy left. He's gonna get the second best situation.
Briscoe's one.
Yeah, Briscoe's
Gregson's front row. Yeah.
Barry's probably the third best. Wood Brothers, as long as you're still having your Penske alliance.
Do you think that we see? Obviously, Brad Keselowski, in my opinion, knows more about racing than Chris Rice and Colleague. But do we see that happen again with the growth? Like Trackhouse came out striking hot, and then they started signing drivers and setting up cars for other teams, and Xfinity got huge. They started going with, well, I guess that was Colleague, but do we see that? All right, 2311 is getting a third car. All right, RFK is getting a third car. Are we going to see the mediocrity? Are we going to see the top two cars be what they are, and then the third car is going to be, the 41 when Custer was in it and Priest is in it?
Yeah, it's tough. I think they'll always have growing pains, but a third RFK, I think RFK has kind of established themselves as a weekly contender now. So I think they're ready. Same with 2311. Those seem like both teams and Trackhouse ready for their third team next year. I think you have to have more teams to compete, data, more everything.
Better. I think the field is going to be stronger as well. So because you're going to take out a struggling Stewart Haas and you're going to divvy it out to other than FRM, but give them credit. They've been better the last 2 years, much better the last 2 years. But you're going to divvy it out to teams that have won races the last couple of years. So I think the field's going to get nothing but stronger with these teams picking up third.
If RFK takes Rick Ware, that's another shitbox gone.
Whoa. Yeah, that's right. That's right. All right. Well, Rory, your buddy's doing the double. And the only comment that I have about the double is Rick Hendrick, Chevy, Arrow McLaren. I don't want to hear this. The Coke 600 is the priority. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to. All you're doing is just banking on there being rain next. They're not being wet rain. They're being good weather.
Rain. Yeah,
if
good weather.
Somebody tweeted and said, if Larson has a 5-second lead with 20 laps to go in the Indy 500, you think they're going to pull him out? And it was weather delayed, and you think they're going to pull him over to hit the drop dead time? Not a fucking chance.
Larson probably gonna keep going and act like I ain't hearing nobody over the radio right now. I would hope.
Or maybe it was Zach. Hold on, maybe it was Zach that said it earlier. You're like, words don't mean shit anymore in this world. They fucking don't. I mean that Rick Hendrick comment means absolutely fucking nothing to me. Right over the head. Right
Same
over
thing I
the
said
head.
last year.
I
It's
know if I was
exactly. Give me a
if I was
break.
leading, if I was leading the Indy 500 with fucking 20 laps to go, I'd act like fucking I didn't hear nothing. I
It's like
wouldn't
some
talk
Ricky
the
Bobby
rest
shit.
of the way. Yeah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't say anything the rest of the way. I'd cut off communications and then just start singing.
What would you be singing?
I don't know. You never know. You know.
Think about that one. Mine would
Probably
be
some ACDC or
okay.
something.
All right. Mine would be
Yeah.
Taking Care of Business. Turner Bachman Overdrive. Banging song.
Oh,
Whenever you
there
want to
you
get
go.
it going on a road trip, you're about to get to happy hour, you're drinking your coffee in the morning on the way to work, just get that fucker bumping, dude.
Yeah, I don't
Have to
know.
make an
Maybe a
intro.
little like All Along the Watchtower or
Mm.
something.
Little Jimmy, huh?
Little Jimmy. Nah, little Dave live. I like Dave playing it.
Whoa. Never been to a Dave concert.
I mean, I'm not saying I don't like Jimmy too, but that's where I always hear it at the most is because I always have the Dave Matthews concert in Central Park live. I love that. I like his live music better than his album
Of course.
music.
Just like
Yeah.
Zach Bryan.
Because
I don't
they
know.
really get to, keying up them fucking trumpets and saxophones and shit. And what I mean, it's just, I don't know. They're so badass. I've seen them 3-4 times,
Let her rip.
twice up front. They're nasty.
Let her rip. I have
Yep.
one comment about live music versus studio music. Zach Bryan. I'm the biggest country music fan, I like, a little bit of rock, southern rock, country, old, newer, that's my music. So Zach Bryan, in theory, should fit into my wheelhouse somewhere. No. He's okay. He was okay. And his Spotify, Apple Music, radio music is like very average. It's just average. It's not my kind of music. And then I go to the concert, sold out stadium, fucking 15-piece band, ripping the banjo, the keys, the fiddle, the everything, dude. Every fucking steel guitar, ripping. And the place just going nuts the whole time. So I am now a big Zach Bryan fan, but I only listen to the live versions of his songs because the studio version just it's average. But the live version, that shit'll get me going. Just say it. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like.
But I'm not pulling
you
over.
like that.
I'm not fucking pulling over.
All right. What if they said we'll give you the purse, but you don't? If you pull over right now, we'll give you a bonus for however many millions that you win by winning the Indy 5. Would you pull over? What is it to win the Indy 5?
I don't know. It's
Probably
up
like
there,
a
dude.
million.
No,
It's
it's got to be more than
above.
that, right?
It's more than that. It's why do I want to say 5 million or something, or maybe even something more stupid.
3.666 million.
Holy
All right,
fuck! That's a lot of
All right,
dollars.
so I was a little high.
That was
I
last
knew
year.
it was. I knew it was higher than a million. I was like, nah. I was like, it ain't. I'm like, it's up there. And that's the thing. Like NASCAR's All-Star race used to be $1 million all the way back in like 1985 or something, right?
Yeah.
Holy shit! Listen to this.
I don't
Elio
know.
Castroneves
Maybe.
has made $14.9 million just racing the Indy 500.
That's
How
awesome.
much?
$14.9 million
Damn.
just in the Indy 5. Holy shit. That's
Dang.
crazy. Damn.
Yeah, maybe it was it 91 when Allison got wrecked? That might have been the first year.
92.
92. Yeah, 92. By Kyle Petty in the trial.
With the lights.
I think that might have been the first time under the lights. And I mean, that's all it's still getting.
It's funny. I remember they had like a practice for that, like a couple weeks before, just to make sure all the lights were good and stuff. And like, it was filled. Like,
yeah, that's
there's probably more people.
awesome.
There's probably more people at that practice than at a race today.
That's fucking awesome. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. All right. I think we're ready. I think we're ready to do it to him. I think we're ready to talk Watkins Glen, put out some fucking winners. I got 2 bets. I got 2.5 bets because the half bet,
Bud at the Glen.
the bud at the Glen. Yeah, go bowling, bitch. I got 2.5 bets because the half bet is juicy as fuck. So I'm not going to tell you it's a mortgage bet, but we'll get there. Zach, let's talk. Let's talk comps. Let's talk. What are you weighing here? Obviously, I'm looking at the sheet you send me every week. We got 2 Watkins Glen races, and you also threw another road course from 2023 in there that I was a smidge surprised. Oh, you threw 2. You threw 2
Yeah.
road courses in there, and then 2 from this year. So talk me through it.
Chicago I dropped because there was only 18 green flag laps on dry tires. So I just don't think that's good data. I'm not going to use it. So in lieu of that, that's why I brought in the 2023 races, just to have a couple more data points. And I'm just more looking at road course prowess as a whole. Not really specific down to each single track. Seems like if you're good at one road course, you kind of carry over to all of them. You could favor the guys that did the tire test a little bit since they have had more laps here. I think that was Reddick, Suarez, and Cindric.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I have no inside info. Just read articles and listen to what they say. I think it got cut short the one day because of rain. I do remember them saying like Reddick and Suarez spun a bunch. I think Cindric wrecked. So there's a lot of stuff. I just think just general road course stats is what I'm looking at.
Okay. I like it. You also put a little something new in my sheet, and I want you to spill the beans. But you included laps inside the top 3 and laps inside the top 5. Now, is that adjusted? Is that NLD adjusted, or is that straight loop data?
Everything is NLD adjusted.
Okay, I figured as much. Now you threw me for a little bit of loop, but when I opened it, I was like, I think I could use this. So how often do you use this on a week-to-week basis? What do you use it for? Talk to me.
I use it to target, so if I want to see who's going to win or I'm building my to-win model, I will use more percent top 3, percent top 5. Where if I'm looking at, percent top 5, I'm probably going to look for a top 5 bet. I'll add in hey, who's running in top 7% also. And I have it all the way down and I look at all the numbers. I go all the way down to percent top 30 laps for my stats that I keep for myself.
I think I'd like that top 7 to 8. I think I'd like that because, as many of you know, I like betting on guys that are at or around. They have stats or metric at or around the finishing position prop. And if you're just going to give me top 5, that's, in my mind, it's just a hard cutoff of what, man, I just keep burping because I haven't drank beer in a podcast in a while. I think when you said top, you were talking 7, like the top 7.
I go 3, 5, 7, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 is what I do.
Okay, yeah.
But
so I don't need all that.
I could do anything.
Right. I don't need all that, but I think I'd for next week. I think I'd like the 7 and 10 to give you a nice little idea. All right. So we have 2 Watkins Glen races. The only other question that I have prepped for you before we get into qualifying is I already know the answer. Rory already knows the answer, and everybody listening already knows the answer. But is there a correlation can you take a correlation between the 2 Watkins Glen races that we've seen, considering this new tire, also considering what you just said with, the test getting cut short, guys wrecking, spinning, blah, 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 blah. And I already know the answer.
I'll be heavy on practice this week. My model will be heavy on practice.
Fucking no.
We're getting so much extra too because we're gonna get 20 minutes Group A, 20 minutes Group B, 20 minutes Group A, 20 minutes Group B, 2 sets of tires, so they should each have a fresh set every practice session. So we're gonna get tons of data. I'm gonna love it.
When you say 20 minutes Group A, Group B, is that the second one? Is that qualifying, or do they actually have 2 rounds of practice?
No, they have 2 rounds, so 40 minutes total.
Because of the tire, because of the playoffs, because NASCAR can do whatever the fuck they want?
Because NASCAR can do whatever the fuck they want. But I think it's because of the tire.
My fucking mind.
But yeah, so I mean, when you're going to get that much data, I'm and I think like practice data and road course racing is some of the best because again, like you're not going to make an adjustment and get super fast on a road course. Like you're not going to hit the setup. Like you got to have a fucking driver, and you're just not going to magically be like 30th in practice and then be a top 5 driver.
Sure. I like that.
Mm.
I like basing bets off of practice. So you're telling me there's a chance that this model, these power rankings, could change drastically, is what I'm hearing.
They will. They will.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I like 2 guys in the top 6 in the model this week. 3. I really like 3 guys in the model this week. So we'll talk to him. All right. Talk to me about qualifying.
No poll odds yet. We did have head-to-heads again for a little bit. They're all gone now. So the one I liked the most was Bowman over Bush. I got it at minus 110. It quickly got real bet up real quick, and they've taken down all their qualifying head-to-heads now.
My question is, why wouldn't they just drastically move the line and just hope that people start throwing plus money bets on it to make it more even?
I think what was happening, like even though they were high at like minus 150,
Nobody was taking the other
I think
side.
some guy was in there and he kept just betting parlays with them.
Uh,
So then they got pissed off and put them down.
I don't know who the fuck that would have been.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't know.
I
I don't know. Either. I don't know who it was.
I don't know what happened. So let's go qualifying this week, baby.
Okay, Bowman over Bush.
Yeah, and then the other ones I like that they had, Reddick over Elliott,
Yep.
Gibbs over Hamlin,
Yes,
Suarez over Busher.
that one's interesting.
Yeah, and
You might
Byron
have to talk.
over
You might have
AJ.
to talk about that Bush or Suarez one.
Busher is not a good qualifier here
Okay.
or at any road course.
Okay. Not exactly what I wanted to hear.
But he's a good finisher.
That's for
Like-
damn fucking sure.
Here's Busher starts this year. 20th, 26th, 16th.
Dog piss.
Suarez, 19th, 7th, 9.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah. And those were in order. That's the order I gave him. That's the order I prefer them. The Bowman first, Reddick, Gibbs, Suarez, and then Byron over AJ was the last one.
AJ's just not the same, man.
Yeah,
It's
he's
just not the
he
same.
sucks.
I think my theory is,
Fuck him.
well, never mind. That's not a good theory because I was gonna say when the next gen first came out, he was wheeling and dealing, and everyone was trying to catch up. But he won that race at Indy in the Gen 6 car. So look at me, I'm an idiot.
But
Right.
like, here's the thing though. Like, okay, he won. He did win the Roval last year. Yeah, that's great because like 7 other guys raced for stage points.
Right, he
So,
flipped it. No
he
one
was
could pass him.
nowhere near the best car, and he won. So, and I think the cars are a million times worse this year. So for him, his car.
Sure.
Like when I initially ran my stuff, AJ was a lot higher, and I was like, yeah, no, we're gonna bump him down a lot.
They're chasing trophies.
Yeah, that gets a lot of YouTube views. It's on the NASCAR channel too.
That shit's funny, man. That shit's funny. All right. Well, I think it's fucking time. I think it's
But you
fucking
want to talk
time.
points? You want to talk about some points racing?
I think it's time to talk about points racing, and then this would be a good segue into my generational bet.
right.
Adrian Peterson's debt collector payment bet. Go
Nice.
ahead.
So with the points racing, and I tweeted this out earlier today, there's only been 2 races in the playoffs at road courses in next gen prior. In both those races, if you look at the guy that won the race, how many stage points did they score? 1 point total.
Hmm.
So in 2 races, 1 point total.
Hmm.
So that tells me that you're going to make your decision to either win the race or go for points.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then, so also I looked, okay, well, who's getting the points at the playoff races and the road courses? It's the playoff drivers. They're getting all the points. I think it was like 99 to 11 in stage 1, and then 86 to like 24 in stage 2. I think a lot of these guys are gonna points race.
Of course.
I think definitely Logano is gonna points race. Blaine, like the guys that aren't in contention for win right off the bat. Keselowski, Hamlin, Logano, Blaney, they are all gonna points race right off the bat. I can't see any of them winning the race.
Well, I mean, yeah, don't you think like the guys at the bottom too, Briscoe, Truex? I mean,
yeah.
fuck
So
Harrison
then,
Burton.
well, no, I think Briscoe, Truex, they're must wins.
Really?
I don't think they can point their way in because
Yeah,
everyone
they're
else,
like 20
like
points down.
I think Bell, Reddick, Larson, Elliott, Byron could all potentially points race.
Right. Right.
Like
What
if you look
about
historically, that has what has happened in the playoffs for a road course race. Now it was a
I mean, we
cutoff
got
race.
Bristol Knight
Yeah.
week after too, and I mean, what
So
kind of
like
tires we gonna have this
the only
this
thing
go
I would bet
around?
free is if you know it's a guy that has nothing, no points issues. You know, like Busher, McDowell, Bush. I think Truex has to win. SVG. I think Gibbs is gonna not points race. I know he's like plus 1 or 2 on the cut line. I think he needs to go win. I think you can't.
I kind of like him this week.
I don't
Yeah.
know, Zach. I don't know. I think
I do.
I think
I just
about
don't
this.
like that.
No,
fucking 10,
I love
but
Ty Gibbs, but I think he points races because think about it. Let's say he gets 15, 16, 17 points stage racing, 14, 15. Okay, that's a lot. Even if everybody else behind him or everybody else around him does the same thing, okay, that's fine. But what if he doesn't and then he doesn't win the race? Now he's 12, 13, 14, 15 points behind Brad and Truex and maybe Denny. I don't know. I think I disagree. Now,
but I
I
think he can
joked
win
with you.
Bristol too.
I joked, yes, obviously he can wheel it. I joked with you last night when you said you could come on, and I said, no intellectual gamblers allowed. Okay. So I'm making fun of myself when I say that I disagree with you, but we'll see.
Besides practice this week, the thing you need the most is to listen to drivers and crew chiefs talk,
Yep.
and then try to
Interviews.
figure out from their interview if they're points racing.
Follow Bob. Bob will have a bunch of interviews popping up on his feed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think that will be important.
Side note. Go ahead.
If you knew right now, if you told me, okay, here, you gave me a list, these 7 guys are points racing, we could tear up the market.
Oh, we would, yeah.
Like,
well, let's start
AJ
making a
last year.
list when we start hearing interviews. Start sending them out.
So if you think Gibbs raced for points, okay, then that means the highest non-points implicating driver is Kyle Busch for me, with Busher and McDowell, and then Truex.
KFB 20. Is he still 20-1 on DK and MGM? I haven't looked.
I have no clue.
I have some KFB.
Rivers has him at 25.
Oh shit!
So Kyle
I always
Busch,
forget
man.
about them.
And again, I wouldn't bet anything until practice.
Yeah,
But
I got a little bit of Bush.
Well,
That don't mean I can't cash it out.
Too bad for you fuckers, because I have a bet of the millennium.
I got an Xfinity bet.
Oh, we'll talk about it. Don't let me forget. When I ask you at the end if we have anything else to talk about, tell me that you want to give your Xfinity bet out.
I will. I'll remind you.
Thank you. All right. Let's get into it. All right, here's the deal. I didn't make many notes, but I sent a tweet out, and I said, generational bet, mortgage payment, quadruple your net worth, mama's pension, bet a millennium, your ex-wife's alimony, that's a new one, Adrian Peterson's debt collector payment, that's also a new one, and a lung, not a new one. Maybe a kidney. I don't know. Shout out, John.
You forgot one.
What'd I forget?
Fans Against Gordon Association.
Shit. The FAGA. I forgot about him. Fans Against Gordon Association. Yeah, that'll be a huge donation. It'll pay for your donation to the FAGA association. All right, here's the deal. It's Christopher Buescher, top 10, plus 175 on Hard Rock. If you can find a better number out there, go fucking slap it. Take your dick out right on the table and just slap that shit. All right? Listen, Zach said it earlier. He qualifies like shit, but he's not points racing. He has the third best average finish behind Dinger and Reddick in the sample size that we're using. So we're using the 2 Watkins Glen races, Indy Road from last year, the Roval from last year, and then Coda and Sonoma from this year. Wow, that's actually shocking that Dinger has that good of an average finish. Anyway, Buescher, 7.3 average finish. All right. I did make a couple notes. He's 6th in the model. He's 7th in NLD speed. He's 8th in average run position. And let me read you his finishes on the samples that we're using. This is going from past to recent. 9th, 10th, 7th, 7th, 8th, 3rd. Now listen. Christopher Buescher, I think Zach told me this earlier, and I think it's correct, has had one finish outside of the top 10 in the next-gen car, and it's been an 11th, which is absolute absurdity. Christopher Buescher, he's not points racing. He's going to flip all the stages. That's why when I read that tweet earlier about tires, the guys that flip the stage are not going to have the tires. Baloney. Okay? Baloney. Absolute ridiculousness. I don't think that Kyle Larson, Tyler Reddick are going to be able to drive from 14th on 2-lap fresher tires in the next gen car. It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. So do yourself a favor and listen. If you want to parlay it with something juicy, maybe a little Xfinity play. Now you're really talking Adrian Peterson's debt collector.
Where did
payment.
you say where they're starting?
Starting what?
Where would they be? How many laps and restarting?
So I'm saying if they flip the stage, it'll be 2, 3, 4 laps, tire deficit. And I'm thinking, all right, not everybody's going to flip the stage. You have to be within a certain, seconds of the leader. So I'm thinking, all right, maybe there's 12 to 14 guys that flip the stage, hopefully. And then, the leader, the guy that wins the stage, that points race, that's, might be the fastest guy out there, the guy in 3rd or 4th, that's the fastest car out there. He's not going to be able to drive through 14 guys on 2, 3, 4 lap fresher tires in the next gen car on a road course to come past these guys. I just don't think it's happening. I don't think it's possible.
I don't know. I think so.
No, I don't think so. I do not. Even with
it's
this
only 12
tire fall off.
It's only 12 or 14. I mean, how many laps are we talking?
You got to calculate how many they're going to waste under the stage caution.
I mean, where did Larson come from after he pitted at Sonoma?
But they were all saving fuel at Sonoma.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was boot scooting and boogieing.
Yeah.
But he said, "Fuck saving fuel," ran it hard, and then pitted and came back out and still won the race.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like somebody like that's aggressive and can pass him, Red Dog, one of them. If they got a really good fast ass car, I can see one of them coming through. And Watkins Glen, in my opinion, brings on more cautions than any other road course. I don't know.
Watkins Glen can get fucking nutty. That's for sure.
I just remember how hard it was to pass there last year.
And historically, it really hasn't been. A lot of good braking zones. The bus stop is nuts. Turn 1, the last corner, whatever number that is. I mean, there's some good passing zones. But yes,
well, if we got some tire fall off, like they're saying,
maybe,
it will improve the shit out of it. Then
maybe
because you're gonna have to drive. You'd be sliding.
Maybe slip sliding around.
Then also, shit show activation, and if that doesn't cause a shit show, we'll throw a goddamn sign out on the fucking track.
Your bet's plus 150 for fair model value.
All right. Yeah. Yes, sir. We love being on the right side. Yeah, plus 175. There's got to be Hard Rock never has like the best odds. They
I
have
thought
fair odds.
365 had 220 early in the
Oh
week. I
my
haven't looked
fuck.
to see if it changed.
Let's see. I'm opening it up right
Because I remember
now.
Otto Lotto, he texted me
Top
and
10
said that.
finish.
How
No, it's
about old Otto
170.
Lotto
170.
getting his account suspended?
Yeah, for saying fuck you, Xfinity. I love Xfinity. I mean, this is the greatest internet I've ever had in my entire life. It's the greatest. They're the greatest. Xfinity. You can't beat them. They're good people.
Yeah, it's not even. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
You know what book sucks for NASCAR?
Yeah, Busher plus 220 top 10 on Hard Rock
Damn,
is
I
where it
missed
was
it.
plus
Fuck.
220.
I fucking
Yeah.
missed it.
Missed it.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh my god. You know what book sucks donkey dick for betting NASCAR is DraftKings. They have Kyle Busch for a top 10 at minus 200, and they have Juan Pablo Montoya at even money. Give me a fucking break. Give me a break.
What?
That's
That's a little
ridiculous.
ridiculous.
I mean, that is
Good
ridiculous.
Lord.
Yeah. Come on. Give me a break, DraftKings.
Huh.
Barstool. Give me a break. Fuck. Lost my train of thought. Oh, Kyle Busch
Yeah.
minus 105. What is your fare for a top for a top 10 on Kyle Busch? I bet that's interesting.
120 plus 120.
Oh, plus 120. Interesting. And
Yeah,
Giblets? What about Giblets?
100. So even.
Okay, he's minus 120. I'll take my Chris Buescher.
Yeah, I think that's a good value bet.
I want you to talk about Giblets. You said earlier that you think he's going to not points race and he's going to finish well. He finished fifth here last year, fourth at the Roval last year, third at Coda, and then he wrecked at Snow.
Extra laps from Xfinity, I think, will help him. He's the highest of the guys that I don't think will race for points. I just think when you're that close to the line, if everyone else in front of you is going for the stage points, then you might as well try the opposite.
Do something different.
Yeah. I also think, like I said, I think Truex, Briscoe, I don't think those guys are going to point race either. I think the guys that are in are going to protect their positions by points racing. And the guys that aren't in or are on the edge are going to not point race and go for the win if they have the car.
All right, let's make a list. Let's make a tentative list right now. Points racers.
I think you can definitely say that Blaney, Logano, Hamlin, Keselowski.
Why would Logano? He won.
Going for a stage win, extra points.
Blaney, Logano, Keselowski. Who was before Keselowski?
Hamlin.
Byron? Hamlin.
Yeah.
Okay, but what about these guys that are like up there, but they shouldn't be up there? Bowman, Cendric. Like they're 25 points.
Yeah, I think they'll stage points. Just get more. If you can get, let's see, say they get 14 stage points and then finish 14th in the race, that's a lot of points.
Yeah, that is.
They're not going to fall out,
All right, who am I missing? Blaney, Logano, Keselowski, Hamlin, Bowman, Byron, Suarez.
And then Elliott, Larson, Reddick, Bell.
Elliott, Larson.
And again, that's just what I think right now. I think some of those guys will probably reveal that they're not points racing.
Yeah,
I just think you look
dudes.
I think they're all going to go for points. They're going to protect their position.
Sure.
Now, someone probably will be the out of the box, F that, we're just going to win the race. But
especially if you got a guy that's let's say it's Reddick, really good car in practice, fucks up on his qualifying lap, and he starts 18th. And he runs through the field, and he's like 6th. No, that's too high, too low. I'm going to say he's like 11th, 10th, 9th, somewhere in that range. And he's like, if I stay here, I'm going to get 2 stage points, but I know I have a really fucking fast car, so let's flip the stage.
Yeah.
Obviously, you have to worry about that.
Yeah, and I think if you told me Christopher Bell's number 1 in my rankings this week, I haven't bet him because I don't know. Like I don't know if I could call up Bell or Adam Stevens and they said, yeah, hey, we're going for the win, no points this week. Boom, I'd bet it right now.
10 to
14 to
1.
1. He's 14 to 1 in
Fuck,
other places.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, he is getting dangerously close
God.
to. I'm just going to throw a little bit on him because the number, like 14 to 1 is ridiculous. It's almost double my fair market.
Holy shit. Dude, he's minus
On who?
130 for a
Bell.
top 10, dude.
Bell.
Oh, my God.
Damn.
He is at Caesars, I believe, is where he is. Yeah, he's 14 to 1 at Caesars.
Dude, Caesars never has the best odds. Good for them. Wow. Wow.
And I'll probably bet it before the night's over just a little bit, but like I don't feel comfortable betting it just because like I don't know what he's going to do.
Sure. What are your thoughts on this top 10 minus 130? That's got to be juicy.
Yeah, that's exactly what I have for his fair market at 130.
Wow.
So I probably wouldn't bet it.
That's crazy. That's crazy to me. You have a guy that caliber, number one in the power rankings, and he's mine. I'm betting it. I mean, I don't know what else to fucking tell you.
I mean, I'm sure
number
he's gonna
one,
get a top 10.
he's bettable for a top 10. Yeah, we're adding that. Fuck, dude, is that I might have 2 generational bets.
Oh,
Holy
boy.
fuck.
Maybe you should parlay him too.
I can't do that. I don't think
you
Hard
can't.
Rock lets me.
Oh yeah, Hard Rock don't. I don't think anyone does now.
Yeah, fuck them. No, you can't. But maybe I'll parlay it with something else. No. Not with the bet of Millennium. We have yet to lose a generational bet, and I don't plan on it being this week. But I can't stare at number one in the model at minus 130 for a top 10. I just can't do it. I mean, I can't not bet it. That's just frankly unbelievable. Let's look at his finishes. 8th, 12th, 3rd, 15th, 2nd, 9th. Okay. So he's 4 for 6. 3rd in average run position. 4th in average finish. Let's look at his average run position at Watkins Glen. In 2023 is 5.4. In 22 is 12.9. He has not led a lap here. He's led at every other road course in the sample except for Watkins Glen. And he's got over 100 driver rating last time we were here. So I'm in. Let's see what his top 5. Yeah, he's 3rd. He has a 3rd most laps inside the top 5. That's cool. I like that. This is a new little stat I got here. Shit, dude. 5th most laps in the top 3. All right, I'm in. Sold.
Okay.
Christopher Bell, top 10, minus 130. Go slap it. Go fucking rip your dick out once again.
What is it?
Top 10, minus 130.
Where?
Hard
Caesars?
Rock. Hard Rock. Fuck. God, I love this shit, dude. So awesome. Yeah, so if Tyrone Giblets wins this week, that would cash our over half a win. I'm getting a little nervous. Thought it was going to happen last week. Newsflash. It didn't.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seemed like he was gonna. He had a good chance. He just didn't have a pusher.
No, he did not. He got left out of dry, dog. Christopher Bell's minus 150 on Caesars for a top 10. Damn. Reddick is minus 225. Dude, Reddick's minus 150 on Hard Rock, top 10. I don't know what they're smoking this week, but those are all bettable numbers. That's crazy. Maybe they're the realistic ones with the points racing and shit.
Just to give you an idea of how non-passing there was last year.
Okay. I
only use certain laps. William Byron ran 100% of his laps in the top 3. Denny Hamlin ran 97.62% of his laps in the top 3.
I see that.
Oh, yeah. Really hope that tire is good. If not, just bet the fucking pole sitter or whoever you think's going to have the lead after turn 1.
Damn, that's fucking sucks. Although the Noah guy last year hung Byron at 34 to 1 for this race, and I fucking slapped it. Remember that, Roars?
Oh, yeah, I remember when you guys had that.
Golly, dude. That's fucking awesome.
Fuck yeah.
Of course, we don't have odds out yet. That's okay. I'll forgive you, Nolan. All right, let's check the note. Yeah, Juan Pablo Montoya. Any thoughts? I'm out. I'm out.
Old,
I don't
hasn't been in a car in a long time.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll be like a top 20 driver, but
He'll be better than Kobayashi, you think? Not Kobayashi.
he'll
is his
probably be
name?
about the same. Maybe he might be a
What is
little
that
better.
guy's name?
His name's Kobayashi, isn't it?
Is it Kobe? I thought
like
Kobayashi was the hot dog guy.
Well, I think his name's like Kmu. I don't know. I'm not
Rory, any ideas? Huh?
Kobayashi?
Yeah, who's that?
Who, the driver?
Yeah,
Is
Or
he?
the
I don't
hot
think that's
dog
his
eater?
name. Yeah.
What's the driver's name? How you say it?
Kobe Koya. I don't fucking know how to pronounce
yeah.
it, but I know if I see it, it's like
No,
Kobe.
it is Kobe.
Kobayashi.
Kobayashi.
Yeah, or some shit. Yeah.
Nice.
All right, Japanese hot dog eater. It's also Kobayashi. God, we're fucking geniuses over here. Look at us go.
Yeah. I watched some shit.
Was
Was
all right. I had JPM question mark. Oh, I also forgot to read this. My last, we were talking about Larson doing the double and Rick Kendrick's comments. My last bullet point here says pussy fart. That's what I think about those comments, bitch. That's all I got. I don't have any more notes. Oh, I bet Red Dog top 5 plus 150. That was my plus money bet. First in LD speed, first in average run position, average finish of 5.8 at or around the placement bet of top 5 plus money. I am a little concerned. I do not have a lot of money on this. I put a couple shekels. I don't want to miss out on Red Dog if he's lapping the field. Okay, top 5 plus 150. I understand the points thing. The Slammer Jammers. Chris Buescher, top 10, plus 175. Christopher Bell, top 10, minus 130. Both on Hard Rock. Go slap them. And then the half bet is Buescher, top 3, 8.5 to 1. That's the half bet. That's the one where, it could turn a good day into a great day. It could turn a great day into a generational day. Okay. So, yeah, those are my bets. So now I have 3.5 bets, I guess. 3.5 bets going into practice. And another thing about all you local guys out there, if we have a good feeling on who's points racing and who's not, and they give us an ample amount of matchups, watch the fuck out because it will be slaughtered. It will be slaughtered this week. All right.
I think Larson.
Xfinity?
I think Larson's gonna go for the win if he's leading in the first stage.
If he's leading in the first stage,
he stayed out.
Someone's gonna do it. Someone's gonna be like, "Hey, I have the fastest car," and slap their dick out. Someone's gonna do it.
So he stayed out for the first stage at Sonoma, didn't he?
A lot of them did because remember there was like a caution every fucking 4 laps.
Yeah.
So instead of having a pit, they were able to like not pit for like
stretch.
Yeah, they went like on the first
right.
2 stages without pitting.
That's right.
But he was not even in, so he must have short pitted stage 2. I'm thinking that you can stay out stage 1 as long as you short pit stage 2 with a fast car and still win. So I think you got a couple of different options.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, I agree. I think you could do it.
And I think he's sitting kind of in a spot if you got a fucking race winning car and you're like lost all those points last week. Like, depending on what everybody else is doing at that time, I think you just go win the motherfucker, and now you're in, and you don't have to worry about some bullshit at Bristol like Corey LaJoie wiping half the fucking field out because you're ready to lap his ass, and he fucking takes you out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it can happen, especially if we see a tire fiasco shit show again.
No.
That would be fucking amazing, wouldn't it? In the playoffs, right in the middle, right at the end of the fucking round 1. Fucking
it would be the dumpster on fire floating down the damn road.
Yeah. Watch a cold front come in and do the same thing that the cooler weather did in the fucking spray.
No way, dude. No way. But that would be one hell of a shit. Dude, could you imagine what it would be like to have that shit of a tire on a road course? It would be hella fun. The only issue it might be is the cautions. Those dudes might be blowing tires and getting
Well, I was
stuck in
speaking
gravel.
more of like taking out the fiasco that could be Bristol. But that would be fucking
I
amazing.
thought you were talking about the tires at Watkins Glen.
Yeah, I think it might be borderline pushing it. I mean, you'd be pitting a whole hell of a lot. You would want a little bit more, but I would love to see them bring 4 seconds of fucking fall off.
Yeah, it'd be sick. That would
Yeah.
be nuts.
I don't see them being that ballsy. I see it happening more on accident than I do it actually being on purpose.
All right, let's talk Xfinity. And then we're going to get Grid Rival. Then we're going to get GTFOH. I'm going to
Damn, you didn't forget about Zach. I didn't have to remind you.
I'm a fucking genius. Man, these headphones,
you got
dude.
it going on.
Check these bitches out, dude.
Where's your turntables and you got your microphone? Microphone. Yeah. Did you ever go check that song out so you could see what the fuck we were talking about?
What song?
2 turntables and a microphone.
Bet.
2 turntables and a microphone. Yeah, no, I didn't.
Where it's at.
But I might have to.
Yeah, you got to check it out.
By the way, shout out Ford. When you're editing this, you're welcome for the fast internet. I'm just,
fix all your problems.
Pat
yeah, sorry about that. He's a dick.
Yeah,
he's a fan. He's a fan. He's a fan against Gordon.
I am a fan against Gordon. Rory, honestly, give yourself a pat on the back for your choice of words tonight. I'm
this
so
shit
proud
ain't
of
over
you.
yet.
Fuck, you're right. We got like 10, 15 minutes left. Fuck. All right.
You might say something really fucking dumb, and I might call you.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll cut you off there. There's some names that I've never heard of in this Xfinity race. Let's start going through them. Kyle Keller. What's he driving? Never heard of him. 500 to 1.
Is that Helen's grandchild?
That's what I heard. Yep. Deaf and blind. We're gonna fire up the Watkins Glen this weekend. Thomas Annunziata.
That guy's actually good on road courses, but he's in a shit car. So
of course he's in a shit box. 500 to 1.
Box.
Okay.
Shit box.
We have Richard Clayton Innerson, also 500 to 1. Never heard of that guy.
RC. Yeah.
RC.
Yeah. He's on the entry list. RC doesn't matter.
Okay. RC Innerson. Alan Day.
A long
day.
Oh, he is a long day because he's the dumbass. Remember at Chicago, there was an Xfinity practice wreck and some guy came barreling like after 20 cars went past?
Negative.
Yeah, that was him. So
okay. So he's blackballed. Now he's back.
Shouldn't be
qualified
to race a car.
And then we got Austin Green. He was ripping it at Sonoma in the JAR car.
That is probably one guy that you could probably trust to get a top 10. If you could top 10 Xfinity bet, I would bet that guy.
Well, he's 100 to 1. I might think about ripping a top 5. I'm thinking about that.
With this field, it'll be tough. But
oh, yeah. Well,
a lot of good.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And then some other guys that piqued my interest here. Brandon Jones is 100 to 1. Now, I know you're strength of field. I get it. There's a lot going on. But crazier shit has happened. And you can risk $5, $10, and have yourself a whale of a day. Brandon Jones wins. So I'm not recommending it, but I'm probably going to put a few minor penny shekels on it. And then you got the heavy hitters: SVG, Ty Gibbs, Byron, Allmendinger, Allgaier, Connor Zilic, Almirola, Logano in a shitbox, Chastain in a shitbox. Lot of moving parts in this race. So, Zach, you said you had a play earlier?
Yes, sir.
That's very unlike you.
Yeah, very unlike.
We're going to have to hear it.
So, you know how, you hate how Rory always talks about Larson and always bets Larson and always like that?
Yes.
I think you're going to have a new problem on your hands.
Oh, no. Okay, let me guess. Well, you wouldn't make – it's not SVG. You wouldn't be making this big of a deal out of it. Okay.
No.
I don't know. Zilic?
You're gonna have to deal with me talking about Zilich all the time.
What?
And
Oh, he's a believer. He's a believer.
Especially if you give me 14-1.
Oh, fuck. He's 9-1 on Hard Rock.
Yeah, so I got some 14-1 on Mr. Zilich.
Whoa.
Hopefully he got all the demons out at Coda in the truck earlier this season.
God, he was going to smack that field.
Yeah. I mean, he's a road course specialist.
Wow.
Does that
At
touring
18.
series. He's won the 24 Hours of Daytona.
Fucker's got a Rolex, dude.
I think he'll have a better car than SVG, and I'm sure he has a better pick crew than SVG. Comes down to that.
Wow.
Huh? Yeah.
Would you take 9?
If fair market's 8.
Okay.
I think he's gonna qualify good.
Where the fuck your
Yeah.
shades go, dude?
I think he's going to qualify on the pole.
Golly.
Getting
What?
those extra laps at ARCA the day before, too.
He's going to win that race by 20 seconds, dude.
Probably. I think there's a couple guys in there that aren't as bad.
So, Sandwich?
Sandwich is in there. I think Brett Cruz is in the race. It'll be a good ARCA race. That'll be a good one to watch. I'm sure you enjoy the announcing from the studio in Charlotte from Jamie Little and Phil Parsons.
Fuck that. Dude. I would
fucking
rather
wish I had
sit
my-
in silence, dude.
Fuck, I wish I had I can't find those bins. There's a Phil Parsons autographed hero card.
Damn.
from
Yeah, in the
from
Copenhagen car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, Copenhagen, boy.
I was trying to look for it before
That's what I used
started.
to do.
Roy,
Oh,
would you
Mr.
just wait
Copenhagen.
while we were waiting on you for 58 minutes? Zach showed me a little surprise gift he's going to send you. You're going to fucking
shit.
love it.
Oh, cool. Hell yeah.
We'll see if you love it.
He'll love it.
He will, dude. He's
I'm
going to be
out.
clicking that button, dude. for fucking
I
was
30 minutes.
I was listening to most of it.
You weren't
Nah, this
listening to
was before you
fucking
got- yeah,
shit.
Yeah, I
Shit,
was. I
come
had
on.
my earbud in,
No.
but I had
This is when you were cooking fucking dinner waiting for your
Oh,
14-year-old
gotcha.
to get home.
Oh shit! Hell yeah.
You got any Xfinity plays?
No, I don't know. I don't even see
I'm gonna
Xfinity
bet.
odds. Like,
I'm
where
gonna
are they
bet.
even at?
Well, Hard Rock's got outrights. Zach, where did you get
BetMGM
Huh.
BetMGM has
BetMGM?
outrights.
Okay.
Is he still 14?
Yeah, I haven't really looked.
No, he is. I think he's 8.5.
Oh, jeez. Damn. So I bet Hard Rock
Oh.
must have had a good number, too.
He's 8 now.
Wow. Okay, I might slap this 9. I might just get down. And
I mean,
Alma
if you-
Smola?
He's in the 88, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
If a couple of the top guys, like back out, there's some big numbers on other, like Custerwood isn't bad on road courses. Mayer, Hill, Kligerman, Creed. Like, there's a lot of big
What about-
numbers out there.
What about Alma Smola?
I don't like him as much as the others.
Okay. I just saw 30-1. I'm like, whoa, hey, hello. You'd rather take Austin Hill at 30.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
Kligerman or Creed.
Yep. I'm with you. Man, this is going to be... Dude, fuck. What time does this race start?
Like 3 o'clock.
Damn it.
Wife's birthday dinner can't start till 8. Told her.
Well, I'm going to be walking down an aisle. I'm going to be walking my ex-wife down the aisle about the time this finishes. So,
That sounds like fun.
yeah, I'm really excited about it. Disclaimer,
Puppy pads?
I was never married. What?
Puppy pads?
Yes.
All right.
Can
Awesome.
confirm. Yes.
Fuck yes. Yes.
I'm gonna
You
win.
are no longer a fan against Gord.
I'm gonna win a bunch of money on Zilich in qualifying, and then I'm gonna eat a big juicy steak.
Oh, dude, that would be an all-timer if you swept qualifying and then smacked Zilich.
Trying
That'd
to
be
get
an
5-0.
all-time day.
They posted
Golly.
5 matchups. I bet them all.
Well, 6-0 with Zilich. That'd be nutty.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking nuts. All right, let's smack. Oh, I don't have any Xfinity plays either. I'm gonna smack Zilich. I'm probably gonna put $10 on Brandon Jones. I am definitely gonna put more than $10 on Matt Benedetto 500-1 to 1 if Hard Rock lets me. And I'm gonna be looking for a top 5 or 6 finish. I'm gonna be looking for a top 5 or 6 finish. I'm gonna be looking for a top 5 or 6 finish. I'm gonna be looking for a top 5 or 6 finish. I'm gonna be looking for a top 5 or 6 finish. I'm gonna be looking for a top 5 or 6 finish. I'm gonna be looking for a top 5 or 6 finish. I'm gonna be looking for a top 5 or 6 finish. I'm gonna be looking for a top 5 or 6 finish. I'm gonna be looking for a top 5 or 6 finish. I'm gonna be looking for a top 5 or 6 finish. I'm gonna be looking for a top 5 or 6 finish. I'm gonna be looking for a top 5 or 6 finish. I'm gonna be looking for a top 5 or 6 finish. I'm gonna be looking for a top 5 or 6 finish. I'm gonna be looking for a top 5 or 6 finish. I'm gonna be looking for a top 5 or 6 finish. I'm gonna be loo on Kligerman, Hill, maybe Almasmola. What is the what's the damn power rankings got him? Let's see.
Almirola have him 15th. Him and Ross are kind of in the same.
Oh my God, Zilich is second. Oh fuck.
Again,
fuck.
I'm probably a little biased.
Oh, you just wanted to see his name up there, you son of a bitch.
Good at road courses.
No, he is.
And like I said, if I could bet Austin Green top 10, like if we got Xfinity top 10s, I think that would be an awesome bet.
Yeah.
Top 5,
Yeah.
it's so tough with, like I have Austin Green 13th overall in my rankings.
I see that.
Been
Well, what, he finished second, third, fourth, somewhere there in Sonoma?
Yeah, and he was good at Portland. Like,
I don't remember Portland.
He can road race.
And
oh shit, I'm a dumb fuck.
Kligerman, dude, holy shit! Kligerman is your first Xfinity regular on the model. Wow,
Yeah.
And he's tier 1. Oh fuck.
Yeah, because he has good numbers.
Can you find a Kligerman top 5 number by chance? Are there any props out? Anybody?
I haven't seen any of those yet. Let me look.
Yeah,
we'll have to wait on that. Okay. All right, let's get Grid Rival. I'm gonna look at some top 5 on Kligerman. That's juicy, and Zilich. I'm gonna bet Zilich outright. All right, we went 4 for 5 last week, gentlemen. So I reckon that we do the same thing this week. We're gonna start with the first matchup, and then we'll go abacadabra because they're all points racing. I mean, they're all playoff racers, unless we know for a fact that we think one's going to points race and one's not. So, Red Dog, Chase Elliott. I like Red Dog.
I think, yeah, Red Dog. The only way someone else wins that is like if one goes for points and one doesn't. If they're both on the same strategy, Red Dog wins that.
Sure. Yep. Okay. Roars?
Red Dog.
Okay. Deal. Done deal. Red Dog it is. Second matchup.
Sorry, let me interject this.
Yeah.
Hendricks won every road course race this year, and every one of their different drivers except for Chase.
Yes, and they've also won the last, 6 Watkins Glen races? 5 at least.
So if you're a narrative better, you should probably bet Chase Elliott.
No, we tried that. No,
yeah,
I'm
not.
Too many fucking dollars on Chase Elliott the past 2 years.
He'll run out of gas or something.
I just feel like, I just wanted to throw it out there.
Okay, I understand. Okay, well, the second matchup's not much of a matchup, but it's Suarez and Larson. It does continue with the abacadabra. Larson is the buh of the abacadabra.
Yeah. Let's go buh.
We're gonna go buh, and then the abba is Ty Gibbs over Brad Keselowski. So I like where this is going. I like where this is going, folks.
Yeah, I'm feeling good about this. I passed school.
All right, and the abaca, the ka part is William Byron over Austin Cindric. Thoughts?
Yes.
Yeah.
Smack it. Abaca. All right. And then the abacadabra, I guess we'll just give him a dabba, is Truex over Bowman. Feel good about it?
They're both the worst races on the best teams.
Oh. You would say that?
What does the model say?
Gibbs?
Tyrone's been up front more than Truex lately.
Dude, Truex has been so good, though.
Not even
just hasn't won. He just hasn't won.
Okay, so Hamlin or Truex? Bell or Truex? Bell. Not even close. So he's definitely the third.
Yes. I agree with that.
Probably the fourth because one's someone's grandkid and one's someone's not.
I cannot argue with that either.
That's points.
I can't argue with that. To answer your question, Roars, Alex Bowman is 17th in the model, and Truex is 13th. They're separated by 1 tier and about 4 metric points, 3.5.
Fuck it, it's the final whatever. The abadabba, the dabadoo, dabadabadoo.
I do know that. All right, folks, that was a healthy hour and 20 minutes that we have delivered to you. And I'm going to take a wild guess and say that this podcast might be up in like the next 30 minutes. I don't know. We're crossing fingers. It's 9:20 p.m. on the Eastern
Fuck, man.
Let's
Seaboard.
see who wins here.
I got
got
650 motherfucking megabits, whatever the hell that
Uh-huh.
means.
No more 1990s internet.
Cross your fingers, bitches. Cross your fingers. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Just kidding. I'm celebrating too early. All right, boys. Let's have ourselves a winning fucking weekend.
Go.
All right.
Fuck yeah.
Beer don't.
Beer don't.